Hello. Happy Sunday. This is Ruby D, the goddess entrepreneur, and my phone is just acting. So hopefully this clears up because Facebook is tripping today. Tripping big time. But we're going to continue. This is Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison, and we welcome you here today. While I'm waiting for Allison to come on so I can send her the invite so we can bring her on real quick for my replay viewers. If you happen to catch this on the replay, make sure you comment your name, where you're watching from, so we can go back and thank you for tuning in. While I'm waiting for Allison also, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I am Ruby D, the goddess entrepreneur. I am the author of the Goddess Grind book series, which focuses on you becoming the best version of you in order to manifest success personally as well as professionally. I am a chakra expert, a speaker, soul coach, internet radio personality, and of course I have other lives that I do on Facebook. And I do a lot of other stuff, like I'm a makeup artist, I'm an esthetician. Yeah, I do all kind of stuff because I enjoy doing a lot of stuff, a lot of different things. But what Soul Sunday is the opportunity for me and Allison to come and talk to you twice a week about topics that are important but are rarely ever discussed. And we get to share our viewpoint. Now, while I'm waiting for Allison to come on, I'm going to go ahead and share this. Hey, Robin. Hey, Coronado. Thank you both for tuning in. Yeah, I'm waiting for Allison to come on so I can send her an invite. So, yeah. Allison, where you at? Because I know you probably watching. You probably just waiting. Oh, there she is. I knew she was coming. So, what? Facebook? Come on now, Facebook. Come on through. Come on through. Come on through. But while we waiting for Allison to connect, Soul Sunday, like I said, is basically where Allison and we talk about topics that are of importance but are rarely discussed. We do it every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then we also do it on Tuesday for Soul Sunday Reloaded at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today we will be discussing business ownership and support. And we will clarify what, some random people, when people are like, oh, nobody supports me or anything like that, because I know that everybody is not supposed to support you and everybody is not meant to support you. But girl, I was about to say, what is that noise? It took a while to connect.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, Miracle. Thank you all for tuning in. And of course, if you feel anything that we say resonates with you, is important, or you find it beneficial, please be sure to share the video. Our goal today is to get at least, I'll start with, I say 15 shares, 15 shares. And if we reach 15 shares, then we will be having a giveaway.
Okay.
And I'll be talking about that a little later. We got a nice little giveaway of full-size products. But Allison, you go ahead and introduce yourself so we can get started with this topic today.
Yes, ma'am. Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Allison Denise, relationship coach and blogger, YouTuber, radio show personality, and soon to be author. I'm very excited about that. But today I am one half of Soul.
About time.
Anyway.
It's like about time you get on board, because I'm like, well, me and Tara got a book. Allison, where you at?
I'm working on it, but today I am grateful and blessed to be one half of Soul Sunday with my sister Ruby. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes. Now, like I said, today's topic, we are going to be discussing business ownership and support. When I say support, I am referring to those people that were of course, when we come up or when we get these ideas and when we get these visions, we have maybe that one or maybe that those two people that we pretty much just pour everything out to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we're pouring it out to vomit on them or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just that these are people that have always been in your corner, people that have always been behind you, people that have always said, whatever you need, I got you, people that have seen you struggle, people that have seen you make sacrifices, and people that have basically seen you at your worst when nobody else has seen it. And then it gets to the point where you get started with your business, you start doing your thing, and you start you know working on your business and building your business, and then all of a sudden they kind of fall back to the wayside, and you're like, wait a minute, where did you go, what happened? And it's just like they're not there anymore. Your supporters, the people that were there emotionally for you when you were first starting out, or people that were there mentally for you, or spiritually or physically. And then all of a sudden, it's just like they just leave you hanging out here by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be talking about that today. Allison, what do you think about that topic?
I think it's needed. I mean, one of the things that I'm learning about entrepreneurship and business ownership is you start to really figure out not only the people that support you, but you're also finding out, what people think of people who try to become business owners. And it can be a really painful realization, because sometimes, and I'm grateful that a lot of the people that I wanted to support me are still here, but that's not everybody's story. Sometimes the ones that you think will support you are the ones who, they fall off first. They know everything about you, and the minute that you decide to do something different, go against the grain, step outside the box, they're the first ones to have issue with what you're doing, to the point that you just don't hear from them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's necessary. And to anyone who was actually watching this today, and we say something that resonates with you, or maybe even touches a nerve, we just want you to know it's necessary. It doesn't feel good right now, but as we talk about it today, it's important that you go ahead and allow the universe to clear away any distractions or any negativity, so that none of that stuff can plant a seed in the business that you're trying to build.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, thank you all for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. And today we are discussing business ownership and support.
Mm-hmm.
And again, let me just make this distinction. We're not talking about support of random people that are not close to you, that you really don't know, that you kind of grew up with, that's from your hometown. We're not talking about that type of support. We're talking about those individuals that see you, that saw you go through it and through the trenches, and the ones that said, that promised that they would be there, that they would support you, that they would ride with you till the wheels fell off and all this other kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden they are just gone. And the reason I wanted to talk about this particular topic is because, of course, if you all have been rocking with me for Allison for almost the past year, you know that I'm a full-time entrepreneur. You know that Allison just recently, well, no, it's not even recent anymore. It's about 9 months,
Mm-hmm.
um, a full-time entrepreneur. And of course, sometimes, but very rarely, do we ever talk about support. But I do see it often because I do have a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners that I follow, that I'm friends with. And of course, the topic of support always comes up. You know what? Forget those that don't support me. Everybody don't support me and all this other kind of stuff. And it's just like, it's never going to just go away to where you not worry about it
Right.
or it doesn't bother you.
Mm-mm.
But what does happen is you learn to get past it. When you have those moments where you're worried about somebody not supporting you, you have to give yourself time to process, okay, why is this bothering me now? Why is this an issue now? And once you figure out, oh, you know what, it's bothering me because I haven't made any sales within the past few days. And it's just like, the problem isn't that nobody's supporting you. The problem is that you haven't had any sales coming in. So you need to
Uh,
revisit that and see what's going on there,
right.
and not focus on those people not supporting you.
Yep.
But those that we thought would be there, like they said they would, the reason it affects us is because these are the people that saw us when we cried, when we did that ugly cry, when we didn't have any money, when, you know, the days we got to the point where we were like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I don't think I can make it. You know what, I just need maybe about $15 for gas. Do you have it? And then they ignore you. And it's just like, but it's only $15 though. And it's never been a time where I've never paid you back or anything like that.
Yeah.
The reason it affects us is because these are people that we are emotionally and mentally and energetically connected to. And we expect them to understand us in a sense. And in that understanding, they we would think they wouldn't have a problem with supporting us because we know how we would do if the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah.
We would be more than happy to support them. We would do whatever we needed to do because if that's what we said we would do, then we would actually follow through with that. But then, you know, when you have those people that said they would do that and then they don't actually follow through, yeah, that's going to bother you. And sometimes those people are like your parents, your siblings, your significant other, your best friend. And you're like, now me and my best friend don't even talk anymore because he or she decided to go off in another direction or they just didn't follow through.
Yep.
That's why it affects us so much. Not just these random people that we just met on Facebook and they just liked the post and shared it. Oh, girl, hey, how much that cost? Oh, yeah, I like that. And then they don't buy anything. We're not talking about them.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Allison.
You know, and the reason that, you know, I think that this is so important. Shout out to Sherry, Miss D, Natalie, BD, and Brandon. I see y'all just came on. Thank you guys for tuning in. One of the reasons that
Yes.
this is so important is because you have to understand, and Ruby and I have talked about this before. We talked about the employee versus the entrepreneurial mindset, and they are very, very different. And I don't mean different as in
Mm-hmm.
one being better than the other. I mean that they are just very different. And sometimes, going on with the example that Ruby gave, about, hey, asking, you know, I'm a little short, I need $15 for gas, and then you don't hear from them. Here's what I want you guys to understand. If anybody who's either listening now or later goes through this, what you have to understand is someone with an employee mindset. What's up, Tiffany? I see you just came on. One of the things about the employee mindset is that if you tell them that you're starting a business, their only example of a business is one that is completed. The only example that they have
Mm-hmm.
in their mind is just like the ones that they go and apply for. They don't realize what had to take place before that company could even get to a place that they could afford to hire them. All they know is end result business. So when they see you go through the beginning stages for what they think might be too long, they will then begin to develop their own mindset and their own opinion that says, well, if she hasn't made it by now, if he hasn't made it by now, then maybe this just isn't for them. And I don't want to enable them by continuing to help them. So if I stop helping them and other people stop helping them, they'll get the hint and they'll go back to work. That's a mindset that you don't need to
Mm-hmm.
be around, because the reality is that you don't know how long it's going to take for your business to take off. You will more than
Right.
likely outrun your money. And if you're doing like I'm doing, which is trying to run your business debt free, it's longer, it's harder, it's more frustrating. It takes longer to get things done because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want monthly payment after monthly payment. I don't want to go out here and take out some 100,000 or $250,000 small business loan. I want to do it organically, and I want to know that the profit belongs to me. And it takes a lot longer when you do it that way. So whether you're someone who has a
Mm-hmm.
loan, doesn't have a loan, ran out of money that you saved up, whatever it is, you will have people who may not say it, but will come out, the ones who told you, I'll be there, I believe in you, I got your back. You will have those same people who will then sit in the back of their head and say, Man, it's been 6 months and she ain't made no money yet. Man, she need to go on back to work.
Mm-hmm.
That's not your story. That's their opinion. But it's important that you understand that that's their opinion, because that lets you know who
Right.
to detour around when you have those rough moments. If you continue to go down that path, you will end up back at work. So I just love that we are talking
Sure
about this
will.
topic. What's up, Melissa? I love that we are talking about this topic. I do, because it's very important.
Yes, and thank you everybody for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. And we are discussing business ownership and support. Real quick, again, please, if you feel that anything that we're saying is resonating with you or could be beneficial for anybody, please share the video. We're trying to get at least 15 shares. And if we get at least 15, I am actually giving away all three of these products, which I have, I'll talk about how I got these products and why I have them a little later. But hey, if you enjoy the message, trust me, somebody else will too.
Yes.
But with continuing on with our topic today, even though that person is not supporting you anymore, sometimes we have to consider why. Just like Allison said, they may have an employee mindset where you have an entrepreneur mindset and they just don't get it. They just don't understand it. They don't see it as a big deal.
Mm-mm.
But another thing, excuse me, that you have to take into consideration is um, they may be fearful themselves, especially if you're doing something that they're afraid to do.
Yeah.
They don't know how to continue forward with you if they see you moving forward doing something that they were scared of doing and they don't know how, or they've never tried to pursue that particular dream. And of course you can ask them if you feel comfortable asking. If it's somebody that you're close to, just ask them, well, hey, I know you said you were going to do this, but what happened? Was there a problem? Is there something we need to discuss? And I mean, you definitely don't have to come to them with a nasty attitude or anything like that. If that's your friend, and if somebody and that's somebody that you've been knowing for some years, then at this point it should be okay to ask what's going on. You know, what is there a problem? And if there's somebody that's truly there for you, then they shouldn't have an issue with answering your question. Comment real quick. Word, I had two projects, inventions that I could not get any help from friends or family, and both of them came out on the market a few years later.
See?
And stuff like that happens
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Even if they can't, if they don't want to support you after they said that they would, sometimes that's a lesson in itself. You just have to move forward by yourself and move forward with your vision and your dream. And I actually have talked about this before, me and Allison both. Because me, when I had my skincare company and one of my signature products, when I came up with the idea, somebody told me, I ain't gonna put him on blast, but he know who he is. He was just like, "No, that's too much. That's women don't do all that, blah blah blah, this and that." And I'm glad I stuck with it because it was an excellent idea,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually made a lot of money off of the idea. But if I would have just went with what they said and was just like, you know what, you right, I'm not gonna do it, then I would have missed out. But the thing is, you have to trust your instinct. You have to trust your intuition. You have to discern what's for you and what's not for you, even if nobody else agrees with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, that comes with balancing your chakras and being aware of your professional energy body.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like you have a personal one, you have a professional one.
Yeah.
That professional energy body is like your personal GPS system for your professional intuition to tell you when to move, when not to move, who to move with, who to leave behind, stuff like that. So you have to be conscious of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany says, my frustration is folks supporting celebrities with follows, likes, etc. Yet they won't do the same for you and they know you.
Mm-hmm.
Very common, and of
Very
course,
common.
but with that type of support, you all at this point you almost have to expect it,
Mm-hmm.
because one, those people owe you no loyalty at all. Those people, they honestly, nobody owes us anything, really. So like those particular individuals, again, it's just like where you have to pay attention to it. Just like Allison said, them not supporting you could be a clue to other things that are going on. It may not even have anything to do with your business. They may have something against you personally or against the friendship itself that you have to consider. And you pretty much have to make the decision, is this somebody that I need to continue a relationship with or a friendship with, or is this somebody that I just need to kind of leave by the wayside? But back to what I was saying about sometimes they're fearful because you are pursuing a dream and they're too fearful of pursuing theirs. That could be another reason of them falling back and them not following through with what they said as far as supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know some of you all just tuned in, so let me just make the distinction between the term support or the type of support that we're discussing today. We're not talking about people on Facebook or just random people that you meet that liked your product or said they were interested and never purchased it.
Mm-hmm.
What we're talking about as far as support is those individuals, those few individuals that have basically seen you struggle, that you basically have poured your heart out to when you started this business, when you received this vision and you started working on it. And then they were like, yes, I'm with you. I'm behind you. Whatever you need, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to be there for you. And then you get moving on your dream and then they just slowly fade to black. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? You know, I invested, you know, my last $15 in doing this, and I didn't realize that I would need $15 to take care of this. So do you have $15 I can hold? And you send them a text message or you try and call them and then they don't respond, they completely ignore you, and it's just like, where are you? So we're talking about that type of support,
Yeah.
not just random people. But I'm gonna let Allison go ahead and talk a little more because I know she got something to say. She over
No,
there
this
looking like, yeah,
I was just
I got this
listening.
I
Yeah,
want to say.
yeah, that was some really good info. I was a student for a minute. My bad.
Oh.
Um, shout out to Tamra, to Mark, and what's up, Mr. J. Alden? Good to see you. Um, so
Yes.
here's the thing about the part with the support that we're talking about, and specifically, trying to tie in what Ruby and Tiffany both said about, people, supporting celebrities but not supporting people that they know, and the parts that Ruby was referring to, um, with overall support, and what they're doing is what they're not, and how it may not affect, it may not be about you. They may just not want to see where you're going. You have to understand that everyone is born with the ability to be creative, with the ability to um, be innovative, and all types of things. It's life that can sometimes not take it away, but dim that light, so to speak. And so
Mm-hmm.
you don't know exactly what that person, even if you really, really know them well, you don't know what your new path is triggering in them. And so you don't know if they had a
Mm-hmm.
business you don't know if they had a business that they really, really wanted to work in, and they had a dream on it, and you don't know if they had those issues, and then what ended up happening is it fell through. Either they did get the support, uh, but it still fell through. Their business idea was stolen. It could be any number of things. And so now they're hearing someone else say, "Hey, I'm starting a business." You don't know what kind of trigger that is, because the people don't heal right all the time. People can sometimes think
They don't heal
that, yeah, people can think that
sometimes.
people can really think that as long as they just don't cry about it anymore, they're over it. But they don't understand that they've just, numbed the feelings about that situation. And so then you come along with your big ideas and your bright eyes and your big plans, and that wound is slowly opening back up. Now, there's not necessarily an
Right.
excuse for what they're doing. I'm not excusing it. I want you to have a better perspective so that you don't make it so personal. Because the thing is, when we do get
Mm-hmm.
personal, when we do think that it's about us, we do feel some type of way. We lack the understanding, and we're already dealing with the emotions of starting a business, and things going up and down, and it will take you off track. it will cause you to end up being one of those same bitter people. Here's the person I don't want to become. I don't want to become the person who finally reaches my goal and then wants to act like, since I reached it, I'm now not going to help anybody else because nobody helped me. That's not who I want to turn into.
Right.
And when you're looking at, certain people who want to talk, I did this myself and I can stand alone and blah, blah, blah. And because I'm an empath, all they're doing is showing me that they're still wounded. People who have really healed and had to figure things out for themselves, they just go figure things out for themselves. They don't come back and take the time to put up a post about how they're doing it on their own and they don't need anybody. You do. Talking about the fact that
Right.
you don't have anybody. So you have to understand that sometimes people just don't heal well, they don't heal right, or they don't heal at all. And if it's related to the fact that they had a lot
Mm-hmm.
of disappointment and discouragement in their life, and now they're seeing you wanting to do something, some of them may think if they fall off, they're actually protecting you from disappointment. Some of them may think that by falling off, you will somehow not get what you want so that you can feel the same pain they feel, because we all know misery loves company. It could be any number of things, but the important thing is, as a business owner, you got to understand you cannot separate personal from business, but you have to stop taking things personally. That is going to be the best
Yes.
advice that you can walk with. I don't care if it's your man, if it's your woman, if it's your mama. I don't care who it is that you thought without a doubt would be there because they said they would. If they fall off, I need you to understand you cannot take it personally, because that will keep you from progressing in your business.
Sure will. Thank you all for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison, and we are discussing business ownership and support. Again, please, please, please share the video, because obviously what we are discussing needs to be discussed.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you're not the only person that needs to hear it. So definitely share the video.
Mm-hmm.
If we get at least 15 shares, then I will pick one of you that shared the video to win these wonderful items. And, like I said, a little later, I'll go over, these particular businesses, because they have donated these products, and I'll tell y'all why they donated them. But with our discussion about business ownership and supporting or supports, Allison kind of already touched it already on how we start to move past that or move forward from it. Like she said, you have to understand, in a sense, that it could be bigger than just them not supporting you. They could have their own issues going on. You could have triggered something within them, and they just don't know how to, they haven't figured out how to cope with it. They haven't healed from it, whatever the case may be. But also, she did also say that you can't you can't take those personal things personally when it comes to your business. And that's absolutely correct. I say all the time, you can't separate your personal life from your professional life, but you can effectively manage it. And that's one way of effectively managing it. Hey, India, real quick, William says, Black people in my town is a 9 to 5 mindset. I have seen Mexicans come here in 20 years, open up a grocery store, churches, and so on, mega stores, and blacks have basically none here.
Mm.
It's probably not, I'm sure it's not just in your area,
It's not.
but that could be due to a lack of support
Yeah.
or lack of those people that were closest to you saying, yeah, I got your back. Like you said, for yourself, you had two great ideas that nobody backed you on. And a few years later, now what? It's out there, and it's just like, I can only imagine what you were looking like when you were sitting at home.
Okay.
when you saw the commercial and when you saw the product or whatever. I can only imagine. But with learning to move forward from that, again, back to balancing these energies, these professional chakras, professional self care, and things like that, that is important. What I am finding out as I have my own entrepreneurial journey and I see others and I work with other clients and, things like that, is we are not, for one, we are not educated on business ownership, being financially prepared, even though we're getting better with that as far as preparing financially. But as we become more educated on preparing ourselves financially, then we are least likely to prepare mentally and emotionally, spiritually and energetically, because we're so focused on the money part of it. We're so focused on the financial aspect of it that when things start to happen, we don't know how to mentally deal with it. We don't know how to emotionally deal with these things.
Mm-hmm.
And then in most cases, the business closes or it kind of falls to the wayside, or we don't know how to get through those particular situations. And one of those situations being lack of support from those that you thought you were going to get it from. And it's just like you have to get to the point where you are okay with nobody supporting you.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. You have to basically be in business to say, of course, we know that you're not in business to not make money. But even though you're not in the business to not make money, you have to be okay that some days you're just not going to make any money, but you still have to keep moving forward.
Right.
On those days, and sometimes it may be 3, 5 days in a row that you might not get any money. But you have to take the time to evaluate what it is that you're doing as far as your marketing, as far as your branding, as far as the message that you are delivering. Am I, you know, reaching out to the right people? Do I have the right target audience? Things like that. If you're not mentally prepared to basically analyze all of that information on a regular basis, you might not want to be an entrepreneur. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I do it quite often. Trust me, I have to go through, okay, is my message coming through clear? What do I need to switch it up? Do I need to
Mm-hmm.
try this?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to try some, I need to, switch a little things around to get different results. And sometimes just because one thing worked for 3 weeks, it's not going to continue to work for 3 weeks. You're going to have to switch it up. And that's completely okay, because that keeps your business from being stagnant.
Yeah.
That keeps you from being stagnant. That keeps a fresh look on your business, so it's not always the same thing. Because how many McDonald's do you ride by and just completely ignore them because you just see so many of them? If I keep posting the same thing all the time, the first time you might be like, "Oh, that's interesting," but then you keep saying the same thing, and eventually it's just gonna disappear.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, you basically have to be mentally and emotionally okay with not getting any support.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to the point where you're mentally and emotionally okay with that, then you take the whole personal aspect out of it. Like Allison said, don't take it personally. You remove that whole part of it from what it is you're trying to do and what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and you can focus on running your business. You can focus on speaking to your target audience. You can focus on making sure that you're delivering the message in a way that is going to attract people to you. I know your mama said, "Baby, I got you." But then she was like, "Baby, I ain't got it." Well, mama, I still love you, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Do what I gotta.
You gotta keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know y'all ain't gonna disown your mama because she ain't let you hold $15, but that's your mama. William says, someone called me at a store. It was about 5 years later and said, "You ain't gonna believe what I'm looking at." Oh, I hope you were sitting down. I'll say that. I hope you were sitting down. Allison, I'll go ahead and let you chime in a little more.
Okay. Shout out to Morris, Donna, and Monroe. I see you guys just tuned in. Thank you so much for watching Ruby and I. We are talking about business and support. And as Ruby has stated, we're not talking about the type of support where someone says that they like your product, but they never buy it. We are talking about the people who said they would be there for you and they have fallen off. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please share this video if
Yes.
you or someone you know thinks that or someone you think that this will help them. Ruby is doing a giveaway if we can get up to 15 shares. Okay, so and sorry for moving around. My stupid phone said it was running hot, and then I tried to cool it off by opening the window, and then some person that a bug person, it was huge, tried to come into the car. So now I got the thing sitting in front of my AC vent. It's just drama. Anyway, so
Did you say a bug person?
yet it was big enough to be a person.
It was that big.
It was huge. But Texas bugs, that's just what they are. What's up, Katrina? I see you just tuned in. Okay, so let's talk about what Ruby is saying. And now my phone is dying. Hold on a second. Good grief. Okay, here we go. So
Okay, we're at 10 shares. We need 5 more. 5 more. We at 10.
okay.
5 more.
Oh, good. We just need 5 more shares, y'all. Thank y'all. Okay, so here's the deal.
Yes.
What you guys have to remember is some of the support that you might have been relying on might have ended up being to your detriment. And so what I mean by that is you may have been relying on the support of a person that you don't know didn't have your best interest at heart. You might have been relying on the support of a person who was okay with you dreaming it, but, you know, low-key thought that at some point this was just a phase you were going to go through. But then you start getting a little bit of traction and a little bit of success, and now they realize that you might actually pull this thing off, and now they're jealous. You do not, I repeat, you do not want jealous people around you while you are building a business, and you definitely don't want them around you after it has been established. So if they are showing you who they are right now, cry about it, get upset about it, have your emotions about it, all the way over there, away from them, because they're telling you through their actions or their words or their inaction that they don't want you to succeed for whatever reason. Okay? I also caution you to stop making that an ego boost. I'm sick of hearing about haters. Don't worry about haters. Don't worry about if somebody is hating on you.
Yes.
That is not an ego boost. You need to stay focused and stay visualized on your success. Those who support it, cool. Those who don't support it, cool. Those who are jealous, cool. You have got to develop tunnel vision where it comes to your business. Stop worrying about who's jealous of you, who's hating on you. Those should not be ego boosters. If those are ego boosters for you, then that's another issue that you need to work on. Okay, so I wanted to put that out there. But understand that the people who have fallen off, a lot of that, everything is part of the process. One of the first things that Ruby and Tara kept saying to me in the beginning of my journey is to trust the process. Those 3 words sound real cute when you're not in the process. But when you are actually in the process and you hear those 3 words, you have various emotions depending on the time of day. But the point is, all of it is a process. All of it will at some point start to make sense. It's going to start working together. You're going to start understanding why you had to do A, B, C, or D. You're going to start to understand why F, G, and H had to happen. You really will start to figure it out if you stand with it. And sometimes the period that you are alone is because you need to know how much you're capable of doing. Some of you have been so focused on getting people's opinions before you move forward. Some of you have been so focused on feeling like you had to have support to move forward. Some of you need to learn how to do something without support because you need to know how much you believe in yourself. You need to see how much you believe in what you're doing. So some of those people who have fallen apart or fallen away, some of it may just be temporary. Now, it's not up to you to decide if it's temporary, but some of it could be temporary separation just so you can learn exactly how to stand on your own 2 feet, believe in yourself, believe in your vision, and believe in what you're doing as you're alone because you are the owner. Think about this. You are the owner of this. When you get to the point that you're able to hire employees, they need you to be a strong owner. They need you to be a strong leader. Leaders have to learn how to go ahead and make a hard decision that nobody is going to like because it makes sense for the business. You're not going to learn that lesson if everybody you talk to says, "Oh, I think that's a great idea. I support you." You don't learn how to stand on your own when you always have someone holding you up. So if you are in that position right now, understand the support you need will come, not necessarily the support you want or the support you were promised or the support you were expecting, but the support you need is going to come, and it will come after you have learned how to be on your own and how to believe in your dream by yourself for a little while.
Yep, absolutely right. Thank you all for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. We are discussing business ownership and support. Now, really, the main reason you don't need to worry about nobody supporting you, y'all got a lot more other and more important things to be thinking about and worried about.
And
It's just that simple.
it is.
Y'all need to worry about how y'all gonna get some money coming in, rolling in to pay your bills, to pay your expenses. You're gonna have to worry about making sure you taken care of. You're gonna have to make sure you are focused on all this other stuff as opposed to who ain't supporting you.
Yep.
You need to be focusing on those that are supporting you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank them for supporting you, because the people that support you are the people that are going to refer people to you. Those are the people that are going to share your information. Why? Because they've already supported you and you already know where your support is. So why are you even focused on those that's not even focused on you? So, did we get 15 shares yet? Come on, we at 14. I need like 10 more people to share this. But, honestly, we only need one more share. But, another 10 ain't going to hurt. Another 10 ain't going to hurt. Yeah, we still at 14.
Okay.
But, yes, you have to be more concerned about those people that are supporting you as opposed to focusing on those that are not. Because the more energy, I'm an energy person. I'm a chakra expert. I talk about the chakras all the time. The personal, the professional, your energy body, your personal and professional energy body. That's what my area of expertise is. And the more you keep giving energy to those people that are not supporting you, the more you're going to keep attracting people that are not going to support you, because you're giving that life. What you need to focus on is the people that are supporting you. Repost their stuff. When they say something nice, repost that, comment on it. Make sure you take screenshots and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you for the support. I'm glad that you shared this post, because with the type of work that I do, and I'll say it like this, because what I do is so specific. Trust me, I don't have this whole huge market of people out there that's supporting me. Now, trust me, it's a lot of people out there that need my service. And pretty much what my service is to help you mentally and emotionally and energetically and spiritually prepare for entrepreneurship like you should. I'm not trying to make you no money, because I can share some marketing information. I can share some branding information with you. I can share basic information with you, because you still need to know it, but that's not my focus. Basically, my focus is on preparing you mentally and emotionally, because it don't matter how much money you make. If you're not mentally and emotionally prepared to handle what comes with that, you're going to lose it all. Pretty much.
It's the truth.
And it's not about that. You need to be able to still run your business when you don't have nothing. When all you got is yourself. When all you have is yourself to motivate you mentally and emotionally to keep pushing forward. To keep putting your message out there. To keep going out and doing whatever it is that you're passionate about. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much all you got. You out here worried about somebody not supporting you, and you're not even fully supporting yourself if you're not mentally and emotionally prepared for what it is that you got to do.
Yep.
You talking about somebody else not sharing a post. How many posts have you posted today about your business? If I go to your page and you talking about you're a business owner, every post that you have should be about your business. Okay, maybe you might have a few about, what you did yesterday or what you ate or, something like that. But even then, when you post what you ate, it should still have something to do with your business. Like me, I will share this secret with y'all. With me and my posts, y'all know how Facebook always changing the algorithms. And you got to do what you can to keep up with them. It ain't even no more trying to figure that stuff out no more, because as soon as you figure it out, they're going to change it. But after you post, sometimes with your post, if you put your website link in, it's gonna be less visible or probably not visible at all. If you post certain words that it's not gonna be visible. If you do certain things and certain things, yeah, Facebook looks for that. And people are not gonna see your posts. And the less that people are seeing your posts, the less people are liking and sharing and engaging. And as your engagement goes down, your visibility goes down. So y'all know what I do in order to increase visibility. So the next time I do it, y'all know exactly what I'm doing. I post pictures of myself because I be looking cute. And people comment on that. People like that. People engage in that. So that boosts my engagement. So as that boosts my engagement, throw in a business post because that's going to boost that engagement too. It's going to boost that visibility. I ain't got time to be sitting here worried about who not supporting me. I need to be worried about why ain't nobody seeing my posts. That's what you really need to be focused on. That's what you really need to be concerned on. I ain't got, like I said, I don't have time to be focused on who not supporting me. Now I will say occasionally, some days I get like, oh, I didn't get no sales today. Did nobody do this? Did nobody engage? You know what? Let me go do some personal development, some professional self-care. Let me go ahead, check my website. Do my website need updating while I'm sending people to my website? do my website have some outdated information? Because I don't want to send people to my website with outdated information.
Right.
And then they get there and look at it like, this ain't even been updated in the last few months. No, you need to be focused on making sure your website is up to date. You need to be focused on making sure that your email machine is running smoothly. And if you don't know what an email machine is, you need to figure it out. You need to figure it out. But I'm just saying, don't focus on who not supporting you. Focus on those people that are supporting you and focus on what you need to do to grow your business. Alice?
Yeah, this is, it's actually the bottom line. There is so much that goes into starting a business, especially, in today's competitive market. You have to think about marketing. You have to think about social media if you want to use that as a tool. You have to think about keeping in contact with the clients that you do have. You have to start focusing on the way that you promote, how you carry yourself. There are so many different things that you have to focus on. And, I'll just be real because, I am a relationship coach. One of the biggest issues that I do think people have is not the lack of support. Is sometimes it's a combination of the lack of support and who it is that's not supporting you. And I'll go so far as to say a lot of you are still stuck on the people who have fallen away that you supported. That's what's really bothering and keeping a lot of you stuck. If this is resonating with you, you're thinking about the person or the people that you supported, the people that you sacrificed for, that you stepped in the gap for when they needed something, and then they just disappear. I know how that feels. And I would bet that Ruby does too. But I know how that feels. I know how it feels to, you see someone go through hard times that you care about, and you do your best to be there to the best of your ability, and you sacrifice for them, and you do these things, and then when stuff gets hard, they decide to make it even harder by disappearing. And it hurts. It hurts like hell. But I need you guys to understand that that is still not a reflection on you. It doesn't make you stupid for doing what you did for them. So get out of the ego, because pity parties are still ego. That's ego that's happening. You got to get out of the pity party. You got to stop thinking that something was wrong with you. You got to stop the negative self-talk. I was so stupid for helping him or her, and I thought that they would do this for me because I did it for them, and I'm sick of doing for other people, and then when I need, they don't have. You got to stop all that, because none of that builds business. None of that
Not at all.
builds business. It's an eye-opener. It's a hurtful eye-opener. There's going to be a wound that needs to heal behind it, but it does not build business. And so when we're talking about the support, and when we talk about how to focus on your business, I never tell people to ignore their feelings. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes you have to redirect it. Sometimes you have to put that pain
Mm-hmm.
into something else that's more productive. Sometimes you have to put that disappointment into something that will plant a better seed. And so when you do run into those situations, find something that you can do. If you need to cry, go cry. If you need to be angry, go be angry. But I need you to also look at a list, write down what you need to do for your business, and then say, okay, I'm real hurt that he's not here. What is it that I can do? I'm real hurt that she turned her back on me. Okay, what's on my list that I can focus on? And if you want to test this theory, go listen to any of the people that you find to be successful, because they all have a story, y'all. None of them woke up, decided to be successful, and then became successful in 24 hours. They all have a story. And I want you to go back and listen to them. And I'll just give one example. The woman, J.K. Rowling, who did all the Harry Potter series, for those who don't know, she was a single mom in England living on welfare. She had no money. They actually did a documentary I can't remember if it was a year or two back, but they took her back to the little apartment that she was in when she was on welfare. And the woman is worth $1 billion, I think, at this point. And she walked in that room and she cried like she was in that situation all over again. So I need y'all to understand,
Mm-hmm.
building a business, it really is like creating a new life. It is like creating when people say it's their baby, they really mean that, because they're sacrificing, they're giving things up, they're losing things, they're, losing people. And it's not fun all the time. It's really not. But it's designed to get you ready for handling what you say you want. Even the people who are leaving you, even the people who are disappearing, whether it's temporary or permanent, even all that is showing you how to get used to when it happens in the future. All of it. So embrace it.
Yep.
Even the parts that suck, even the parts that aren't fair, even the parts that hurt, embrace it and know that nothing you feel is going to go unused. You just have to decide to hang in there.
Sure do. Sure do. Sure do. Thank you all for tuning in to Soul Sunday with Ruby and Allison. We are discussing business ownership and support. So like I need at least two of y'all to share the video so I can do this giveaway. I'm still we at 14 shares. I said 15. 15. I'm serious about that 15. But real quick, of course, if you all have been following me for a while, you know I do different lives with different people on different days. And one of the I have my internet radio show, which is Soul Therapy Radio with Tara, and we waiting on Allison to come visit. But um, one of the projects for Soul Therapy Radio is what I call Small Businesses for Healing, which is pretty much where we focus on self-care. Self-care such as beauty therapy for women and grooming therapy for men. Like for women, doing your hair is self-care, doing your makeup, taking care of your skin. All of that is a form of self-care. Men, when personal grooming, when edging, fixing your edges, I'm not edges, but your hairline and edging up your beard and your mustache and all of that, that is a form of
Mm-hmm.
self-care. And in doing that, small businesses have actually donated products to help you all in doing that. So if we get 15 shares, we got one more share to go. So please, one other person, go ahead and share it so I can go ahead and pick somebody so that I can send these products to. But the first company that actually donated a product is One Natural. She is here on Facebook. This is a foot scrub. And y'all know me, I love anything that has a peppermint smell to it. This has a peppermint smell. Actually, I use her biotin, her miracle biotin hair oil on my scalp, and it smells good too. That's where my grades be popping. But you will get a foot scrub. This is a full size. Now let me let y'all know these businesses. I asked for sample sizes. I was like, y'all can send one sample size product, and I will be glad. They actually sent multiple products, full size
Mm-hmm.
products, and I'm grateful for that. So she sent She actually sent more than one product, but in this particular giveaway, this is a 4-ounce foot scrub. And another business, Ice Body, which is a luxury personal care product company. And you can find them. Oh, the website onaenaturals.com, ONAE naturals.com. Ice Body, shopicebody.com. But this is a wait. Let me open it so I can tell y'all what it is exactly. And it smells so good. Y'all should have watched the last Soul Sunday. I kept smelling the
Yeah, you did.
package it came in. But this is chocolate dipped strawberries, silk and satin soap bar. Y'all, it smells so good. So you will get that. It's a full size bar. It ain't no slither, that be left after you've used it. No, it's a full size bar. And then another small business is Glorious Tresses and Glam. It is a black owned company, and this is an eyeshadow palette. Very neutral, very much for the fall season. I was gonna keep it for myself, but I was like, that's not gonna be fair. I got plenty of makeup, so this will also be included, you know, within the giveaway. So I'm actually giving away 3 full-size products. Men, women, it don't matter. Men, if you get it, you can keep the soap and give the rest of it to your old lady, to your girlfriend, to your wife, whoever. Or you can say, babe, look what I got you. A foot scrub. You can do me a foot scrub, give me a pedicure, give each other a pedicure.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a foot scrub anywhere, on your face, on your feet, on your shoulders, on your knees, under your arms. Y'all need to start exfoliating under your arms. It may sound weird. Trust me, exfoliate under there. But let me see if we have our 15 shares, because I really got to get this stuff away. I really do. I really do. Yay, we got 16 shares. So shout out to whoever the last 2 people was. I appreciate you. Thank you. But let me pick somebody real quick. Allison, give me a number 1 to 16.
8.
8, 8, 8. Let me see. Who is number 8? Lucky number 8. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss Katrina Rowe. You
Yes!
are the winner.
Yes!
So you're going to get this foot scrub. You are going to get this silk and satin soap bar, as well as this eyeshadow palette.
Yes.
So Miss Katrina Rowe, I'll actually, reach out to you after we get off this Facebook Live, but you are our winner. We appreciate you all for the shares. You know, we really appreciate you, but make sure I will post the website. She said, what? Yes, girl,
Yes,
you
Katrina.
won. Yes,
Yes.
girl. But I'd like to shout out to our small businesses, One Naturals, Ice Body, as well as Glorious Tresses and Glam, because they didn't have to send nothing, but they did. And they are all female owned businesses. So shout out to the sisters,
Mm-hmm.
big ups to y'all.
Yes.
But me and Allison gotta go. I know y'all had fun today. We don't want to take up too much of y'all time. Oh, but me, you know, I'm trying to reach my goal of selling 100 books this by the end of this month. These are both of my books that I wrote. This is the first one, the purple cover, The Goddess Grind. We grind with one eye open. It's basically all about the chakras. The second book with the blue cover, The Goddess Grind, We Grind According to Law, is all about universal law. And both books contain information on how to utilize the knowledge to grow your business and manifest success in your business. Allison actually has both of the
I
books.
do.
Allison, what do you think about the
I
books,
love
real quick?
I love them both. I am going through the first elevation. I think this is my third or fourth time. Uh, and I find something new. That's what I love, books like that. I love books where I can go back and read it and get new information. And the first elevation,
Mm-hmm.
every time I read it, I can't seem to get back to the second elevation for a second time because I keep rereading the first one. But they are tremendously valuable, especially right now as I start this business journey.
So, if you all want to purchase either of the books, we have paper. I have paperback as well as ebooks available. You can go to www.thegoddessgrind.com. I actually I'm putting the finishing touches on the third one. I'm putting in my little pictures and formatting and everything, but that will be available in time, for my birthday and, everything. Of course, I have 30 Days of Soul, the 30 Days of Soul sale, where it's pretty much next month. I turn 38 next month on the 11th. It's my birthday. It's a year that me and Allison have been doing Soul Sunday. It's pretty much around the same time that I launched my first book. I'll actually be launching my personal Facebook live stream called Solitude, which basically focuses on you spending time with your soul, in order to, well, you spending time in solitude in order to become best friends with your soul. And it's basically a whole journey where I share information on how I did it, how I got there. Y'all can kind of get all up in my business a little bit. It's just so much that's going on next month, and I just wanted to celebrate every day up until then. So today, I actually have 20% off all of my workshops and my coaching programs. But if y'all want to support a sister, I thank y'all for sharing. Katrina, I'm gonna get back to you. I'll send you a message so I can get everything sent out. You can follow me, thegoddessgrind.com, on Instagram at Ruby D Artistry, Soul Therapy Radio, .life. Allison, go ahead. I'm doing too much talking.
Girl, you good. Peace and blessings to everybody who tuned in. We do appreciate it. Kiki, I see that you just tuned in. Thank you for joining. Please catch the replay because we're getting ready to shut down. But I love you for tuning in. But I am Miss Allison Denise, relationship coach. I'm also known as the voice of the used, abused, mistreated, mishandled, betrayed, and broken. And so it's my purpose, pleasure, and passion to show you how to let go of your ex, get ready for your best, and enjoy your life in between. Please connect with me under Miss Allison Denise, aka the Petite Powerhouse. That's me. I am available for nationwide speaking, coaching, and workshops. You can book me at www.allisondenise.com. Tune in with me on Monday through Thursday evenings for my own personal Facebook Live as we talk about different things related to relationships. That is on the official Miss Allison Denise page, beginning around 9:30 each night. Friday evenings, I am 1/5 of the Bad Squad radio show. Tune in to the Fishbowl Radio Network, www.fbrn.us, from 9 to 11 Central, 10 to midnight Eastern. And don't forget, Ruby and I are right here every Sunday from 1 to 2 Central, 2 to 3 Eastern. And we will be back again for Soul Sunday Reloaded on Tuesday evening.
On Tuesday.
Tuesday, 6 to 7 Central. Yeah, 6 to 7 Central, 7 to 8 Eastern.
7.
Okay, I should know that. I'm from the East Coast too.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
We appreciate you. Y'all go ahead, get your eat on, get your game watching on, whatever you're going to do. Enjoy it. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Share the video some more.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Peace.